Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm glad to be here. I am glad to be here, and today is the 15th of the business mogul chart, and I think we deserve an applause for that. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. And without wasting much of our time, we will be going into the class properly. Okay. Please, I want you to join me on my social media handles. You can see them on the screen already. So you can see them on the screen already. Just follow me on my social media handles. Okay. Please follow me on my social media handles. You can see myself on the mobile screen, and that means that everything is perfect. So please, when you connect with me, let me know where you are joining me with me. Tell me your name and location. Okay, tell me your name. Okay, so just let us know where you are connecting from. Okay, so thank you. And yesterday we started this session on how to conduct market research. Can you hear me clearly? On how to conduct market research. So today is part two, and that is what we are going to be looking at. Today is part two, and that is what we are going to be looking at. So how to conduct market research. We have done the introduction around it. Why do you have to conduct market research? And we have done introduction around it concern why you need to conduct market research. Okay. So this episode we are going to be looking at the some of the stumbling blocks that you should avoid when you are conducting your research, and then how to go about it, and then we are also going to be looking at the different types of market research that we have. But before we go too far, let me introduce myself. If you are joining me for the first time, my name is Mayowa Onabanjo. I am business savvy and book publisher. I am the founder of October 12 Concept, and at October 12 Concept, we are a media company that's into printing production, book publishing, signage, billboard, marketing promotional items, okay, and then there and others media services. That is what we offer. So we offer printing production, we offer book publishing, we offer branding services. We also offer services in the area. Maybe you need a billboard, or you need signage, or you want to create marketing promotion item, or gift souvenir, and the rest. So that is what we do at October 12. So in this episode, like I said, we are going to continue from where we stopped yesterday on how to conduct market research. And once again, my name is Mayowa Onabanjo. Please, I would like to hear from you. Tell me your name and your location. And please share this video, because you never know whom you are going to be a blessing to. Okay, please share the video. I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you, share the video. Okay, share the video, share the video, share the video. So in case you also want to make a custom shirt for your brand like this my shirt is for October 12. This shirt is for October 12. So in case you want to also custom something like this, is what we also do at October 12. You want to custom something like this, look at the edge. We have what we do here, and look at this place too. We have what we also do. Put them here. Let me remove this stuff so that you can see what I'm saying. So like I said, excuse me. Like I said, you can have something like this, and then what you do. See, these are our services: printing, uh, branding, branding. Then we have something like printing shop. We also have book publisher. So at front we have what we do here. You can see it. So in case you want to do something like this, we can also produce them for you at October 12, whether it is hoodie or whatever it may be. So thank you. So let's go into the class properly. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me check myself again on the mobile scene on the screen. Okay, I'm coming. Let me quickly check myself. Let me see how the video look like. So I want you to communicate with me. Okay, please communicate with me so that I will know who I will know that I'm not the only one that is doing this thing. Okay, just communicate with me. I don't want to waste much of our time because I'm also going to work, and I understand that some of us we are very, very busy. Okay, so that is how we are going to be doing it. I don't want to waste much of our time also, but please allow me to just quickly check my mobile feed so that I will know that everything is perfect before I dive too much into the session. And why am I doing this? One day like that, I was having a live show, and I didn't check myself on mobile phone. I was just doing the show, and I've done almost 30 minutes before I remember that I muted my mic. And people that were joining the show, they didn't even talk. Some of them were even share likes and dropping the share you get. And since then, I've decided that anytime that I'm live like this, I will always try my best to check. Excuse me. Then since then, I've always said that anytime I'm live, I will always check myself before I do too much. Okay, so thank you. Everything is perfect. I can hear myself also. So market research was what we started yesterday in the last episode. And what is marketing research? That is when you try to conduct your market so that you know exactly people that you want to be meeting their needs, or that you want to be selling your products to, or that you want to be offering your products to, or that you want to be targeting. Okay. So you want to specifically know them, you want to know them so that you don't target the wrong market. So that, let's assume I'm into book publishing right now, and then other media service like printing and press. So if I'm marketing to the people that are not my audience, I may end up wasting my time. Okay, I may end up wasting my time, and that is one of the reasons why you have to conduct your market research. When you know your market properly, you will be able to channel your organization resources to the market in an effective way. Another thing is that when you also know your market, it will be less competition for you. Okay, it will be less effort because what you are going to be doing, okay, you already know your market, and where you are going to channel your effort will be towards how you are going to achieve your goal. And then you'll be able to also utilize marketing resources effectively also. And another thing is that it will also lead into your organization growth. Anything you do concerning your business, uh, um, on how to promote, or on how to maybe move your business from point A to point B, will always come back and increase in the growth of your organization. So when you also do your marketing research properly, you will also you are going to be like and trust in the market, and then you won't do much stress because when you are making noise, people will easily know you. And when you are also targeting your market, you will know the right market that you are also going to target. So if what I was going to say is this, that try and go back to the past episode so that you can get a clue around how, okay, so that you can get a clue. I want to do a magic so that you can get a clue around what we have started already. Okay, so that you can get a clue on what we have started concerning this topic. Okay, so try and visit the last episode so that you can get this thing properly. Okay, so excuse me, Mayowa, what are you doing now? Continue the class. Okay, so that is that. So the types of market research. Okay, we have different types of market research. So, but I'm going to limit them to these four categories that I listed out. One way you can conduct your market research to do survey. Okay, survey your market. gathered information around your market. That is when you gather information around your market. Okay, so uh, I don't know whether I can. I won't be able to take us the process of conducting survey and all this process because we still have a lot to cover around this topic. Because when it comes to steps on how to do the market research, so I'm going to be taking it one after the other. So it's not something I'm going to be rushing. So this thing I'm trying to warming up what business mugs is all about. Strictly, it is focused on how to start business or business related topics. So that was why we started with the preliminary, like setting goals, knowing how to prepare, having a right mindset. Then we move into different topics. Okay, now we are around how to conduct market research. We are still going to how to write business plan. And once we are done with the business plan, and then after the business plan, we go to business strategies, customer avatar, and the rest. Once we are done with all these aspects, we now go properly into how to start different sets of business. But let's do justice to the right ones, because if you don't take this thing from preliminary, some of us will not get it. So that is why I'm taking it for preliminary. We are still going to 365 days, and today is just day 15. Okay, today is just day 15. Let me take it. Thank you. Water is life. So survey is when you gather relevant information around your market. Okay. Then we have questionnaires and interview. This is when you engage in one-on-one conversation with people, asking them relevant questions that pertain to your market. For instance, as I'm a bulk publisher, I can decide to meet one or two people and then start conducting interview concerning what they like about a product, what they don't like about a product, what they are, maybe what they want, the features that they want to see inside a particular product or brand. So that's actually what I'm trying to say here. So, okay, sorry for that. Okay, so so that is that. Then we have said survey. Survey is when you gather relevant information. When you do survey and then gather relevant information that pertain to your market. And then the second one is questionnaire and interview. That is when you interview people, engage in one-on-one conversation with them, and you are ask them relevant questions that pertain to what you are also doing. And then focus group. Let's assume you just pick a set of groups out, and then you focus around them. Maybe these aspects too, you can also use the format that you use in survey, and you can also use questionnaire, and you can also pay attention to what these particular groups want. Okay, you can pay attention to them, you can focus around them to know what they want. And then the last one is customer observation. You know, if anyone buys anything from you, you can observe how they behave. Okay, you can observe how they behave, whether they like the product or not. So that is that. Then please, so that is that. So then we move to the next one, which is the stumbling blocks to avoid when you are conducting market research. That's what we are going to be looking now. Let me check my mobile feed whether I have any. I'm using my mobile phone to. So I'm using my mobile phone to engage with us. Okay, so I'm not seeing my chart. I'm not seeing my chart at the moment, so I'm using my mobile phone to check my chart. So okay, so let's look at the stumbling blocks that one should avoid when conducting a market research. Okay, what kind of stumbling blocks that you need to avoid? You know, this thing has its own stumbling blocks too. If you don't do it right, you may end up uh getting it wrong. If you don't do it right, you may end up wasting all the resources, energy that you have put into the job. So the first thing is you need to really identify the problems that you want to solve. You want to conduct. Okay, you need to really identify problem that you want to solve. Okay, if what you want to solve is maybe how to how to make financial banking to the rural area. Okay, then that should be your focus. How to make financial inclusion to the rural area. Maybe you want to create all this digital banking. Okay, that can be that you can take to a rural area. Okay, most of the rural area they don't have banking system and they don't have all this ATM. But with the help of the POS, that is pay, what do you call it? With the help of POS merchants, the bank have gotten closer to the rural area. Okay, so maybe that is what you want to start. Then that is the problem that you want to solve is that you want to make financial inclusion to the rural area, and then your target market should be the rural area. You said that you want to make financial inclusion to the rural area, and then you are now targeting the city that is already flooded with all this banking or with all this financial institution. You might end up losing your focus. Okay, so try and identify the kind of problems that you want to solve. Then the second one that you should try and work out is the overwhelming amount of data. You know, some of us we get too much data that at the end of the day we find it difficult to process them because you need to process data. When you gather the relevant information, you need to process them. Okay, you still need to process them. But when the data is too much, it might affect the processing method or stage. When you gather or whether all the necessary and unnecessary data, what you are doing is that by you may end up piling up too much for load on yourself, and by that it might lead to cumbersome work on you. So the job may be too heavy for you to handle. So know the problem that you want to solve, the problem that you want to meet their need, and then gather relevant information around it. Don't just gather all the unnecessary information. If you are focusing on maybe how to expand your business to maybe to another area, okay, gather information around that area. You don't need unnecessary information that you don't even need. Like, let's assume as I'm a book publisher, maybe I want to extend my business to book publishing to other places. I don't need to be gathering information around the barbing salon or all those things that don't even pertain to what I need. What I need to focus on should be who are my customer. Okay, I don't need to overwhelm myself with unnecessary data or all this kind of data. I know some of us want to do it like as if we know what we are doing, and then we want to pile up everything. Okay, so that is that. The first one is try and identify the kind of problem you want to solve properly. Because if you don't know it and you decide to embark on market research, you might end up gathering information that are not relevant to what you want to do, and then make sure that the information that you are getting are relevant to what you want to do. Okay, to avoid overwhelming amount of data. And then the third one is lack of relevant experience. Some of us we want to do this thing alone and we don't have the experience in the past. And what I'm not saying that because you have not done it before you cannot do it. Okay, but there's a probability that you might get some of this thing wrong when you are doing it alone because you don't have the experience in the initial place. Okay, so the best thing is for you to have the experience, even though you want to see how you can cost the cost. Try and carry people that you know that they have the experience along with you when you are doing it. Okay, the reason is that so that you will know, you will not waste much of your time. When you don't have the experience, there's a probability that you may be moving from A to B to C to C, whereas just need to stay around A to gather your information. So the next one is lack of motivation and lack of self-confidence. Some of us we are not motivated enough and we don't have confidence also at the same time to do one or two things. Most time, what I'm saying that some of us will lack motivation and we also lack self-confidence, and we need to build all these things. Okay, for you to be able to know your market properly, you have to be motivated, because if you are not motivated enough, you might not be able to carry out the research to the last stage. Are we together? So try and motivate yourself. Okay, have a positive mindset, and then have a self confidence. Then the next one is time management. Okay, you need to learn how to manage time. I said it in one of the episodes that sometimes coming to the market late is dangerous in business. Yeah, late to market is very, very dangerous. And then one of the way you can late to market is when you don't manage your time properly. Okay, when you don't manage your time properly, you might end up maybe rushing or coming to the market late. You might rush coming to the market, or you might end up coming to the market lately. So try and manage your time properly. The time that you are located, that you want to spend doing this thing, make sure that you stick with the time, and the time, even though you want to extend it, do it wisely. Okay. So the first one I mentioned is that difficult in that you should try and identify your the problem that you want to solve. Once you know the problem you want to solve, you'll be able to channel your focus around the problem. Okay, you will know your market properly, and then don't gather unnecessary data. Any data that does not pertain to what you want to do, don't bother yourself gathering that kind of a data. Then the lack of relevant experience. If you know you don't have the adequate experience when it comes to gathering all this knowledge about your market research, then consult people that can do it for you. Okay, so that you don't just waste your time and your money. Don't go and waste your time and your money. Okay, this my event is coming up. It's starting on uh excuse me. Okay, this event is starting on February 6th, and it is called business and it is called Book Author Challenge. It's a week-long event, and we are going to be using WhatsApp and YouTube to for the event. And the purpose of the event is to help the book authors to plan, write, and publish their book, and to also teach the book authors on how they can do their book costing, and then how they can also become self book publisher. So during the event, I'm going to be teaching all the participants on how to publish book by themselves, so they will know what it entails to publish book. They will know the necessary steps that it involves to publish a book, from planning, that is preparation, and that is where you do the necessary research around the book, okay, that you want to write, and you gather relevant information around the book that you also want to write. Then you move from there to start writing the book. Okay, start writing it, and then it will be during the planning that you set a particular time and day that you know that it will be convenient for you to write your book. Then once you start writing your book and you are done with the writing of your book, you now move into the editing, proofreading, and fact checking, fact checker. And once you are done with that, then you proceed to the graphic design, that is designing the cover and then the inner interior layer. So when you are done with that, you print out the preview copy so that you will see how the books will look like. And then with the preview copies too, you'll be able to see some of the kind of stumbling blocks, stubborn, stubborn errors that may cause your book issue when you publish them. So you print out the preview copy. So when you are done with the preview copy, whether you see some error that you need to go and correct them. If you don't see any error, then you proceed to the light O. Okay, you go and do the light O. That's the plate making. You do the plate making, and then when you are done with the plate making, you go and run the impression. That is to go and print your job. When you are done with the running the impression, then your cover, you go and laminate it. Then when you are done laminating it, if you need to put maybe some kind of feature like bruise and the bruise, you do it, you also put it. And when you are done with that, then you move into the finishing part, whether you want to stitch the book, or you want to do the perfect binding, or you want to do hardcover book. Okay, so that is what it passed through. So when you are done the stitching, the perfect binding, you go and cut your book. When you cut the books, then you package them, then you send them to the owner, or if it's your own, you take your book home. So this is a process. It's very easy the way I'm just explaining it now. It's because I've been the industry for a while. That is why I can explain these things to you within just 10 minutes. Because this light too, there are set of people that do it, so you need to know them, and you need to know how much they are charging for different kinds of plates. And then the printing too, you need to know the kind of printers that will handle the kind of book that you want to do, and then the kind of charges they charge based on the size of the book or the size of plates that you want to print, and then the finishing, how you want to go about how this thing, or this thing. And this challenge is just 5,000 naira. And if you are looking for a side hustle business that you can start, book publishing is one of them. And one thing I want you to know is this, that if you can ever publish a book, people will come to you that they want you to direct them to where you publish your book. That's one thing that I've seen. If you publish a good book now, if you can even publish your own book in order for you to become a book publisher. And I've seen many people that have turned to book publisher just because they publish their book. So if you publish your book, you can turn to a book publisher. And once you know the processing and you know the cost of printing a book, you don't have a much stress to do. You don't have any much stress. What you just need to do is give them the quotation, then take the books to the people that will handle the book for you. You don't need to have any printing machine before you start all this thing. You don't even need to leave your comfort zone. You don't need to know all this graphic stuff. Just know how much the graphic designer will charge you to design a book for you, how much a book an editor will collect to edit a book for you, how much a lighter will collect to do your plates for you, how much a impression guy will collect to print it for you, then the finishing part, how much all those things are going to cost you. And then if you also want to be, maybe you want to take it into a full-time business, you can also take time to go and learn, to go and study how the area where you want to be doing the book work, maybe in Mushin or in Shomulu. Okay, so all these things are what I'm going to be walking you through. Just 5,000 naira for the challenge. So we are going to be spending 5 days on WhatsApp and 2 days on YouTube. So during the YouTube live class, I'm going to be showing different sizes of books and what it takes to print all of them, the cost, or sure you get, and then how you are going to be sourcing the material that you need, the paper, whether you want to use cream paper or white paper, and then the card, how you are going to be buying, where you are going to buy the card, and the rest. Okay. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to our class. So if you want to make your payment, the account details is on the screen. You can see it on the screen. Make your payment, and then text your payment details to the number, the mobile number that you are seeing on the moving text. Text your payment details. Once you make your payment, screenshot it and send your details to the WhatsApp number that you are seeing. That is 0811460026. So let's move ahead without wasting much of our time. So the last one that we are going to be looking today is the continuation of the stumbling blocks. Okay, so we are continuing with the stumbling blocks. So another part of what the stumbling blocks that you need to avoid on the way is lack of focus or direction. So you need to remain focused if you know you are serious with this thing. So be focused, and then make sure that you have direction. You know where you are going. Okay, no, make sure you have direction and you remain focused. And then if you need support, okay, or guidance, please don't be too proud, or how am I going to, please speak out, reach out to people that can assist you. If you know you cannot do it by yourself, then reach out to people that can assist you. Okay, so that you don't just go and waste your time and all the resources that you have put in place. And then your comfort zones too may be your enemy when it comes to market research. So you might need to leave your comfort zone, because many times comfort zone have come to be one of the barriers that people that have come to stop people on this journey. Then fear of failure or taking risk. If you are the kind of person that always fear to take failure, that always fear, okay, you might find it difficult to do this thing the right way. Okay, so fear of failure or taking risk, you have to get rid of it. And then lack of interest in the research area. If you know you don't have interest in the market research area that you want to do, Please give give out the projects to people that will have interest in it, so that they can do the right thing for you. If you know you don't have interest in it, you don't know how to go about it, or you strictly don't have interest in it, please take let people that have interest in the business do it for you. Then market noise and competitors. Uh if you are not careful, you might the market noise and the competitors might stop you on the way. Okay, so don't listen at the market noise. Make sure that you move. Make sure that you focus on where you are going. That is why you need to focus, and then have direction. If you look at the market noise, you might think you have you might get it wrong. Okay, so don't look at the market noise. Then personnel attitudes. When you are employing people or recruiting people to assist you with this project, make sure that their attitude align with your own attitudes too. Okay, make sure that their attitude also align with your own. And then the next one, which is the last one that I'm going to be sharing here, is the political unrest. Africa is full of political unrest and all this kind of bad attitude. So sometimes when these things are going on, you might not get your market properly, like what is going on in Nigeria now. In some part of the east country of Nigeria, you can't go there. Okay, most especially with all this East at home on Monday issue, and then in the northern part where there is that of different insecurity. Some with all this political unrest or lack of security, you might not be able to get some of the markets that you want to target in full details, or try your best to get the one that you can get. So the first set of the stumbling blocks that I shared was this set that first thing, know your market properly, or know the kind of problem that you want to solve. Because if you don't know it, you might end up chasing shadow. Then don't gather too much information and unnecessary data. You don't need them. Make sure that the data that you want to get align with what you are doing. And then if you don't have the experience, don't go about it. Don't do it. And look for people that have the experience. And don't just employ people or recruit people. Make sure they have the experience concerning what you are going to do. Then lack of motivation and self-confidence is another issue that you also pay attention to. Okay, lack of motivation and self-confidence. You have to be motivated, and you must have self-confidence too. Most especially if you want to be doing the questionnaire or interview part of it. This thing that I'm doing, if I don't have confidence and motivation, I won't be doing it. Okay, so you need to have confidence and motivation to be able to do it. Then the next one is manage your time properly, because if you don't manage your time properly, you you might you might cause your business havoc. You might cause havoc in the process for the process. Then the lack of direction or focus is another part that you need to work on. Then limited support or lack of guidance. Please get support from people that you know that will give you support. Reach out to people that can assist you with this thing. And then your comfort zone may not help you. Okay, you might need to go out beyond your comfort zone. Then the fear of failure or taking risk. If you are the kind of person that always fear of taking risk or failure, then you need to work on yourself, or maybe you should just outsource this project to someone, to people who can do it. Lack of interest in the research area. Maybe the research area you want to carry out is something that you don't even have interest in. Then maybe you should just do yourself a favor by outsourcing the project. Market noise is also something that you also need to work on. And then personal attitude, the kind of people that you are going to be employing. Okay, okay, also matters too. So you need to also make sure that, okay, excuse me, you need to also make sure that they have the same team spirit, just the same way that you are with you. Okay, so and then the last one is the personal. Okay, I've shared a personal, the political unrest, which I've shared earlier on. That if like a crisis can also make you to have issue with your market research, what is going on in the east or in some part of part of the country. the moment is something that can affect market research, most especially the sit at home order by the IPOB members can also affect market research, because with that implementation you won't be able to go to that area to go and conduct any kind of market research. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be sharing with us in this episode. And I want to say this, that we are giving out a free ISBN and book barcode to all our book authors. So for you to just qualify for this, what you just need is for you to print. It's just for you to print 200 copies of your book from us, and then you'll be able to get free ISBN and free barcode. Okay, just print 200 copies of your book from us, and then we will give you free barcode and ISBN. Also, if you have any printing jobs or book publishing job that you want to do, we are not too far from you. Reach out to us, and we'll be glad to work with you. And we promise that we will not disappoint you. So if you have any printing job that you want to do, please contact us. You can see our numbers and our contact details on the move that on the screen. Just contact us from any one of our contacts. Okay. So I want to close the session right now. We'll see again the next episode. We'll see again the next episode. I want to log out. So do you have any question that you want to ask? So the next episode we are going to be looking at the steps on how to conduct market research. Steps on how to conduct market research. That is what we are going to be looking at in the next episode. I want to say this again, that please, I want you to follow me on my social media, and you can see my on the screen. Follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at I am Mayowa Onabanjo. Okay, just follow me on LinkedIn. I am Mayowa Onabanjo. All my social media, I am Mayowa Onabanjo. And on Twitter at Onabanjo Mayor 01. That is my handle there. So please follow me on my social media handles. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are ending this show. Now we'll see in the next episode. Okay, we'll see in the next episode. So I want to log out right now. I want to log out. But before I will leave, I want to quickly check whether I have money. And in the absence of that, I will assume that you all enjoyed this. In the absence of that, I will assume that you enjoyed today's show. So, ladies and gentlemen,